Good morning, everybody. I'm Danny. Donna's behind the camera, and together we are forever dreaming. Today we're going to be doing another product review that I think everyone's going to want to take a look at. Direct from Roadmaster, the Roadmaster Nighthawk all-terrain with LED lights, non-binding arms, 8,000 load capacity for pulling. We're going to do a review on this, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. A little bit of back history about me and Donna. We have been RVing for quite a while and we love truck camping, and we decided to add a Jeep to our configuration, and we went with Roadmaster over other products because we like how their product is set up. All right, so I'm gonna not do an unboxing, but I'm gonna show you what was in the box. So down here is the tow bar, and I'm gonna show you a couple of cool things about it, but the main thing about it right now is the weight. It's 48 pounds. I'm going to show you a couple of the features. So this is the 7-pin light assembly. And with Roadmaster, they make you go to a 6-way. So if you have a 4-way plug on your vehicle, you need to convert it, but no problem. They give you the part that you need to convert it to. It has that on here, and in the instruction manual, it shows you what wires go into each one of those. So it's a super easy fix. One of the things that we bought for our Jeep, and we got this off the e-trailer, was we wanted the battery to always have a charge on it. So because I've got to wire the 4-pin up anyways to here, I'm going to wire a hot wire from the battery to this, so my 7-way will charge my battery. So I'll never have a dead battery while we're being towed. So again, we got this off of e-trailer. We're not sponsored by e-trailer, but they have good products. The biggest reason that I went with Nighthawk was the 300 lumen lights on the side of this bar. You'll see it from here to here. It's on both sides. This lights up when you hook it up to your towing vehicle. When you're towing your vehicle, from the base plate to the back of your towing vehicle is completely dark. So a lot of cars at night, when they're passing you, they'll see a car being towed and they don't see this down here. So what this eliminates is this lights that area up, so people know that the vehicle's being towed. It's a really nice safety feature. And another thing that's good for this is that if you're hooking up at night, this lights up the whole area, so you can see exactly what you're doing because this is on both sides and it's 300 looms per side. The other thing that I like about this is the wire management and cable management that this tow bar and this tow bar alone does. If you see that this 7-pin wire goes through here, on a lot of the other tow bars, the wires are all over the place. You have to unhook this wire, unhook the safety cables. They're all over the place. With this, everything's incorporated. And I'm gonna show you real quick what comes in the bag. These are the safety cables, and I'm gonna show you how simple it is to put the safety cable through these. This is the quick connects, the snap hooks. These are your base plate pins, and of course, your 6-pin converter. They have a limited lifetime warranty, and that's basically on defects on the manufacturing. This did not come with our package, but is sold separately, and this is the cover for the tow bar. So they're not a whole lot of money, but it's best to ensure your investment, so we definitely recommend that you get the cover. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is to put these cables through. So you'll see these troughs right here. It's just super easy. I'm going to grab the safety cable and I'm just going to push it through. Once I get it through, then you hook up your quick connect and your hook to it, and that stays there. and it's going to be done on both sides. So when I disconnect from the Jeep and I don't want to use it, I can put this up. When it's on the hitch, it's sitting like that. I can rotate it left, right, put the cover on it, but all my cables are all there already. They stay there. I don't have to have a separate bag to store all my cables. They're there. Those three functions of the cable management, the freedom releases, and the side lights on here were big sellers for us to partner up with Roadmaster on doing the product evaluation for these things. Some of the safety concerns with this, and that's pretty much any tow bar, is they have what they call a safety zone. And you want to be within plus or minus 3 inches of level. So in other words, from where your hitch is to your base plate, this in between needs to be 3 inches of level. And that's to keep it from binding and anything else happening to it. I want to say a couple of things that I think is important about this product. If you call Roadmaster, they answer the phone. If you have a question about, am I doing this right? I'm having this problem. What product do I actually need? They have someone that walks you through it. They have tech support. They're in Washington. If you're on the East Coast, you got to do the math towards when you can call, but they do answer their phone. So if you have any questions about, oh, I have this type of vehicle, what base plate do I need? Is it a base plate that I can put on instead of having someone else put it on? We also got the base plate that goes on our 2010 JK, and we shot a video of the install on that. It took us about 2 hours. First time we've ever done it. I think if you were very proficient at it and had the right tools, it would probably go a lot faster, but it was fairly easy. Me and Donna, both of us 60 years old. Sorry, babe. And I shouldn't have said that. But anyways, we can do it. If we can do it, you can do it. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. If you have questions, they answer the phone. Call them. There's a lot of unique things that are different from the other competition out here that Roadmaster's done. And the one that stands out to me the best is the cable management systems on here. All of the cables are run in through the channels. For storage and everything, you'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. But the cable management on Roadmaster, they've really figured it out. They're pretty much the only brand that does this. So you have your safety cables here and your lights here. And as you can see, this moves with the car, so you're not having a bunch of stuff drag when you're hooked up to your tow. And you see the cable here. These are coated cables so that they resist the corrosion that you'll see a lot on a lot of other RVs. Heavy duty lighting system that goes from your 7-pin and like I said, to a 6-pin. And you don't even have to worry about a 4-pin. You do have to wire your vehicle up for a 6-pin, but it's so much easier and it's not hard to do. This is an all-terrain tow bar. So we do a lot of boondocking and off-roading with our F550 here from EOG. This thing will swivel and tilt and everything. It has a pivot point right here where some tow bars are just straight. They don't pivot. Whenever you pull up to a campground or an RV park or something, sometimes the terrain's not even and the arms can bind on your tow vehicle trying to disconnect it. What this does, it has a non-binding system. So if this thing's got all the pressure on there, you just pull this up here and it releases the pressure inside here. So you can see how easy that is. And that's literally the same way when it's hooked up to a vehicle. And we'll show you that here later when we hook it up to the Jeep. And the other thing that Roadmaster has done is they're one of the only ones in the industry that have the length of the arms as far as they do. And that helps you with your turning radiuses. So like if you're pulling into a gas station and you're too close to a pump or whatever, this actually will let your vehicle swing a little bit better, so you're not clipping the side of your RV with your tow vehicle. So the extended arms is a great function on this. They're self-greasing. You never have to really mess with those. So the bushings in there are self-greasing. And it's really nice, like a hammered finish. It's like a black gray finish on there. It's really, really nice looking. It'll really accent your towed vehicle or your RV. It has a 2-inch receiver, which you can see here. It has a little bit of a shank on it. It's about this long. One of the things that's nice about Roadmaster is when you store it, if you look right here, baby, you'll see the locking mechanism here. And you just push that in and it's locked. So all you have to do, you can turn it whatever way you want to store it. I can store it to the side, left or right. And again, we're back to the cable management. See how this is nice? If you were to do this with their competition, you have to disconnect all the wires. And we'll show you in a little bit, when you put the bag, the protection bag on here, all of this stuff is hidden in the bag. So it makes it super easy to disconnect and to connect because everything is right here. If you see this strip of LED lights, I'm going to turn on the truck lights real quick to show you what that's going to look like. Okay, watch this, guys. All right, babe, go ahead and turn on the left turn signal. Check that out. So it does it on the right side also. So whenever you turn your turn signal on, it lights up the LED light. Go ahead and turn that off, babe. Now hit the brakes. The LEDs on here on the camera don't really show it, but it's a steady red light. The other thing that I like to point out is they came out with, on their pins, when you hook this up to your base plate, you can actually put your fingers in there. Instead of the little ones where you could like put one finger, you can actually put your fingers. I got kind of big hands, so I can only do about 3 fingers. And the locking pin is wired to it, so you're never going to lose it. So you just put it in like that on your base plate, put that in, and you lock it. So like we were talking about non-binding aspects of this sucker, well, this helps too, because a lot of them, the other ones have just a single, like a finger pull. This has a whole thing, so you can turn it and twist it in order to pull it out to get it away from your base plate. Let's talk compatibility. Roadmaster hooks up to a Roadmaster quick disconnect base plate. But wait, there's more. It'll also fit to other brand name base plates with the correct adapters. Roadmaster sells those adapters to go with other brand name base plates also. Okay, this comes with a hitch pin, but I highly recommend that you don't use theirs and use a locking one. That way you can protect your investment. So you don't want somebody to walk off with it if you just use a regular hitch pin. So use a locking one. The other thing on here is we might have to use a Gen Y adapter to raise and lower the height of this. My measurements towards what we're going to be towing, I think we're going to be pretty close, but you're supposed to be plus or minus 3 inches of elevation, basically the angle, when you're towing a vehicle. You can't be really high and you can't be really low, because that'll mess up your pivot points and on your turns and everything. Remember I said one of my favorite things on here was the cable management? This is the example. You got the cover on here. I didn't have to do anything with the cords. So you just put that over top of it, and you can put this down in any position you want. So we're going to lay it here. Well, the one thing about this is their competition is when you unhook from the car, what do you do with the cables, the wires for the lights and the safety cables? You have to take them off. They're just going to lay on the ground, right? So what are you going to do? Some people wrap them around their tow bar, but it looks like crap. Some people take them off and they put them inside their basement or their RV. Well, that's kind of inconvenient because you got to go get all that stuff when you hook back up. With this, you take this off. I'm just going to show you. It's super easy. Boom, done. Throw that off to the side. I'm going to take the clip off and I'm just going to lower it. And everything's right there, ready to go. I don't have to go in my basement of my RV to get it. I don't have to sit there unwrap stuff. It's all right here. And another good thing about this is this kind of prevents people, well, nothing's ever going to prevent anything from anything happening, but this also restricts somebody from just walking up to your RV and saying, oh, I like their light wire, I'm going to take it. So there's that. So now you're like, how do you hook it up? Well, we're fixing to show you right now. As I just took the bag off, and our cable management is right here. In order to put this down, just lift that up. It's super easy. And I'm just going to take the arms, and I'm going to bring it down. I already got the pin staged. I'm going to take the pin, put it in, line up the holes here. Take the locking pin, put it in, boom, that side's done. Now I'm going to step over the tow bar and do the other side. Lift it up, bring it down, just kind of put it in a general idea of where you want it. Line up the holes like that. Line up this hole here with the locking pin again. Boom, tow bar is now attached. Now I'm just going to hook up all my lines. So I'm going to take my cables and put them on my hitch. Come over here, grab this one, put it on. That's all hooked up. And now I'm just going to hook up the lights using the 6-pin here to the front of my Jeep. I'm just going to push it in. Boom. So now I'm going to put on the Guardian XL, and we did a video review on this too. And all this is a protector for your Jeep. And this is pretty easy. It's lightweight. One person can do it. Once you get everything mounted to your quick release bars on your tow bar back plate here, it's that simple. And these clips here lock it in, and then you adjust it height wise from here. So we want this to cover just about the hood, so I lift it up and then I tighten down the thumb turns just like that. Easy peasy. Now my front of the Jeep is protected. So highly recommend that you take a look at this too, and this is called the Guardian XL. But what did that take? Like 5 minutes to hook up, and the unhooking is just as easy. So now we have to just get these bars to lock in, and by doing that I'm just going to pull forward a little bit. Donna, just yell at me when I pull forward. Once those lock in, we're done. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yep. There we go, it's locked. So the first time we did this one here locked immediately. This one did not lock immediately. And that sometimes happens. You just have to pull forward a little bit more and then they'll both lock in.
Okay, babe, you ready to test the lights?
I am.
All right, and do the brake.
Okay, so here's the brake on the tow bar. And then the brake on the Jeep. We got both sides.
You good?
Yes.
All right, left side.
Left turn signal, good.
Is it working on the tow bar?
Yes.
Okay, let's check the right side.
Okay.
Right.
The right's good. And the tow bar's good. So now I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to disconnect the Jeep. First, we're going to disconnect the power. And then we're going to disconnect the safety cables. And it's really nice how I let it go and it just springs back. Then, before we disconnect the arms, we need to release the pressure on the arms. And then we pull the pin here, pull this there. Go ahead and reinsert your pin back in. And the same thing on the other side. Then we just take both of the arms, fold them up, They will slide back in, so don't pinch your fingers. Like that. Make sure that it's connected right here. And then you can just fold this down. And if you have a cover, go ahead and cover it up and you're ready to go.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you how I really feel about this product. I personally like it. The best thing is the cable management on here. The way that it locks down, I can put it left, right, for storage. All I have to do is take my bag and I put my bag in there and all my cables and everything are protected. I don't take the cables off and put them in the RV or put them in the back of the Jeep. It's really, really simple to put on. I showed you how I did it. Donna showed you how she did it, so pretty much anybody could do it. The nice thing about it is the non-binding arms. Remember, this is an all-terrain, so it'll go over just, you know, dirt roads, gravel roads, everything. It articulates with your towed vehicle and the vehicle that you're towing it with. I like the LED lights on here, how it lights up this area here. So if you're towing at night, it's just an added safety thing. So this is like the Cadillac of all towing bars. So Roadmaster hit it out of the park with this. Highly recommend that you take a look at it for all your towing needs. And remember, this is tows capacity of 8,000 pounds. Thank you for watching. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. We'll see you on the next adventure.